Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We are reading from Sri Caitanya Bhagavata by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Mahasaya. We are reading from text number 135 of the 12th chapter of the Ādi Lila, the Ādi Khaṇḍa, and all the translations and purports are by Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivrajakaacharya Shtottar Shata Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada, the eternal revered spiritual master of our founder Acharya, Shri Srimad Abhay Charana Arvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. Text 135. The youthful pastimes of Nimai Pandit, Nimai Vishwambhar are being described in these pages of Sri Caitanya Bhagavata. Nimai Vishwambhar is a youth. He is around 15 years old. He is a Pandit, great scholar, and he is the darling of Navadvip. Everyone loves him. Let us read the wonderful pastimes of Nimai. Text 135. Malakara prati prabhu shubha drishti kari uthila tambuli ghare gauranga Shri Hari. Shri Nimai went to the home of a garland maker, a malakar, and requested dakshina, requested a donation of flower garland. And the malakar gave his best garland to Nimai and did not charge anything for it, did not expect anything in return. This is Bhakti, Anya Abhilashita Shunya. As a result, when we practice Ahaituki Bhakti, Mama Janmani Janmanishware Bhavatad Bhaktir Ahaituki Tvai, when we practice Ahaituki Bhakti, which means pure devotional service without expecting anything in return, all we want is Haritoshanam. Krishna should be pleased. Then Krishna gives himself to the devotee, which is the greatest achievement. Paramo labha uttama shloka darshanam. That is the highest attainment. Malakara prati prabhu shubha drishti kari. Nimai was pleased with the garland maker and he cast his merciful glance, his kripa drishti, shubha drishti, kripa drishti upon the malakar. Then uthila tambuli ghare gauranga Shri Hari. Nimai Vishwambhar, Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, then got up and he proceeded to the house of Tambuli, a betel leaf merchant. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada writes in the purport, the word Tambuli refers to those who sell tambul, pan, the betel leaves. In common language, they are called Tamuli. Text 136. Tambuli dekhaye rupa madana mohan charanera dhuli lai dilena asan. The Tambuli, the betel nut merchant, saw Nimai's form as more enchanting than that of Cupid. Tambuli dekhaye rupa madana mohan. And then what did the Tambuli do? What did the betel leaf merchant do? Charanera dhuli lai and dilena asan. He took the dust from the lotus feet of Nimai and then offered Nimai a comfortable place to sit down. This is how guests should be received. They should be received with three things: sweet words, a place to sit, and at least an offering of drinking water. This is the bare minimum that we should offer to our guests. तांबुली बोलाये बड़ा भाग्य से आमार कोन भाग्य आइला आमा झारेरा दुयार. These are the sweet words that the Tambuli is going to offer Nimai. The merchant said, Tambuli bolaye, it is my great fortune that you have come to my house. Bada bhagya se amar. Because I am Chharera duyar. I am very insignificant. But still, Kona bhagya aila ama Chharera duyar. Still, although I am a fallen, insignificant person, you have come to my house. Kon bhagya? What good fortune? What pious activities have I performed in the past that you have come to my house today? The word Chharera refers to insignificant, abominable, fallen persons. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says. This is the nature of a devotee. A devotee always considers himself or herself to be insignificant. And this is natural. Because a devotee always sees the good qualities in others. Vaishnavera gunagrahi. Na dekhaye dosh. Kaya mana vakya kare Vaishnava santosh. A devotee always sees the good in others. Adoshadarshi does not see any faults. And is always appreciating the great elevated standard of bhakti of other devotees. Other devotees have such a nice standard of bhakti. And how worshipable is my Ishtadev? How worshipable is my sweet Lord? So Krishna is most worshipable. Aradhya Bhagavan, Brajesha Tanayas. Krishna is most worshipable. He is the Vishay Vigraha. He is the object of my worship. And all the devotees, they are very nicely engaged in serving Krishna. So naturally a feeling of humility comes. I want to do so much, I am not able to do. Others are doing such nice service and Krishna is so worshipable. So naturally a feeling of dainyata, karpanyata comes. And this leads to Sharanagati. That I cannot do it on my own, Krishna. I want to do, but I am not able to do. I don't have the competence. I don't have the dexterity. I don't have the ability to do this. I want to do it, but I cannot do it. So Krishna, I surrender to you. Please, you give me the kshamata. Like Srila Prabhupada prayed on Jalduta. You give me the kshamata. You give me the ability. So that brings about natural humility in a devotee. That is the heart of a Vaishnava. Text 138. Etabali apane parama santoshe dilena tambula ani prabhu dekhi hase. In full satisfaction, parama santoshe, in full satisfaction, the betel nut merchant, even without being asked, Nimai did not even ask, even without being asked, he went and dilena tambula ani. He went and brought tambul and offered it. He brought pan and offered it to Nimai. Prabhu dekhi hase. And Nimai smiled. Seeing the offering, he smiled. Simple offering, just leaf. Patram, pushpam, phalam. This is the example of patram. Actually, there can be a seminar, multi-session seminar that can be given on this verse. Patram, pushpam, phalam poem. Different devotees who offered patra to Krishna. Different devotees who offered a flower to Krishna. Different devotees who offered a fruit to Krishna. And different devotees who offered water to Krishna. So I would like you all to raise your hands and one by one give some examples of great devotees who offered a patra, a leaf to Krishna. Who would like to volunteer? My spiritual superior, His Grace Amarendra Prabhu is there and he says, Shri Advaita Acharya. Shri Advaita Acharya. He offered tulsi leaves to Shaligram Shila. And that pleased Mahaprabhu so much that Mahaprabhu descended. Okay? So let's, Tulasi Dalamatrena. Very nice. So that was the inspiration. So Parima Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I don't know, Prabhuji, if this is correct, but during the Tuladan, Rukmini
Yes,
Devi,
it's very nice.
Rukmini Devi,
Puran. Yes.
yes, but one leaf of tulsi, she was able to satisfy the Lord. So
Yes.
that she offered a patra.
Harivamsha Puran, not Vrihandaradiya Puran. Harivamsha Puran describes that pastime. Yes. She offered a tulsi leaf, Shri Rukmini Devi. Yes. Then how about Patram Pushpam, flower? Someone who pleased Krishna with a flower. Nidhi Mataji, go ahead.
Gajendra, Prabhuji.
Very nice. Gajendra offered the lotus flower. Even today, Krishna holds it. Then Patram Pushpam Phalam, fruit. Kirtila Sundari Mataji.
Prabhu, actually, it was not the fruit, but the peel. I was thinking that Vidurani offered.
Vidurani is, yes, very nice. That was very tasty. Then Ashtasaki Mataji is writing the fruit seller in the 10th canto. Yes. Ananya, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I just had the same example of Vidurani.
Vidurani? No, you have to give some other example now. Patram Pushpam Phalam, any one of them.
I'll just think and get back.
Okay, okay. Amarendra Prabhu is saying Kola Vicha Sridhar.
Yes, Prabhu, same.
But he never offered. Patram Pushpam Phalam and Toyam. Vrinda Gopika Mataji. What was her name?
Yeah, I'm I'm going to say collaboration Sridhar only offering to flower to Srimati Shishi Ganga Maharani.
Jai. Yes, yes. Nidhi Mataji, you want to tell? Example of water, Toyam. Ananya, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. For Toyam, Srimati Radharani's tears of love and separation for Krishna.
That Prabhuji wo में लेके जाते हैं that जाली में पानी लेके जाते हैं that
yes, yes. Jatila
Kutila that time.
Okay.
And the fever is there.
But some devotee who offered water to Krishna and pleased Krishna very much. Kirtila Sundari Mataji?
All the trees of Vrindavan, they offer their toyam, they offer their phal, they offer their patram to Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna, wonderful. I was thinking of Dukhi. She offered water to Nimai during Mahaprakash Leela. And Mahaprabhu was so pleased. His Grace Amarendra Prabhu is giving example of that Bengali widow in Radha Damodar temple who would bring water every day, every morning for the seva of Radha Damodar. Srila Prabhupada always remembered her. So there are many examples of devotees who did Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. And here we have an example. And someone who is logged in as Bhakti Sanga, Japa group is very intelligent. I don't know who that is.
It's Preeti Vilasini Mataji.
Preeti Vilasini Mataji. She is very, very intelligent. She has said for Toyam, Advaita Acharya. Because he offered Tulsi leaves and Gangajal. So very nice. That was very nice. Okay. So for Patram, we have this Tambuli of Nadia. Wow. Amarendra Prabhu is saying that Patra also means palm leaves on which we write, like Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, and they offered Kaviraj Goswami. And they offered tears on that. Gadadhar Pandit. Gadadhar Pandit Mahaprabhu offered tears on those patra on which they had written the Shastra. So many nice meditations on Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayashati Tadaham Bhakti Ruparitam Ashnami Prayatatmana. So in this way, the Tambuli offered the leaf and Mahaprabhu, Prabhu Dekhi Hase. He was very pleased. Text 139. Prabhu bole kadi vina kene gu yadila tambuli bola ye chitte he nai laila. Nimai said, why did you give me beetle without payment? Nimai is asking the Tambuli, why did you give me beetle leaves without any payment? Tambuli bola hai, chitte he nai laila. I was inspired to do this. I was inspired. This is the most important thing, my dear friends. Please listen carefully. When we ask devotees for service, please do this, please do this, please do that, and devotees do it out of duty, being duty bound, that is good. But even better than that is when devotees on their own are inspired to do something. Mahaprabhu did not ask this Tambuli for beetle leaf, but he was inspired to give. Once my Guru Maharaj, Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj, was asked. Maharaj gave a seminar in Hungary. His Holiness Shivaram Swami Maharaj had invited on community development. This lecture is there on ISKCON Desire Tree, old lecture on community development. And Maharaj was asked, how did you develop the community in Radha Gopinath Mandir, such a vibrant, enthusiastic community? In response to that, Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj replied that devotees naturally want to do service. Devotees are praying for service. Our prayer when we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra is, my dear Srimati Radharani, my dear Shri Krishna, please engage me in your service. Radha Krishna Pranamor, Yugala Kishore, Jivane Marane Gati Aranahi Mor. Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhur Dase Ranudas, Seva Abhilashe Kare, Narottama Das. This is the meaning of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is the prayer that we have when we chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Maharaj said, devotees want to do service, they are praying for service. And when you give them service, they do it. And that is natural and that is good. But Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj says, better than that is when the devotees are given such a diet of Krishna Katha and Krishna Nam, pure Krishna Katha and pure Krishna Nam, that they feel nourished and inspired to do service without even being told. There should be no need to ask for donations. There should be no fundraising campaign, no need for fundraising campaign. There should be no need for getting volunteers. Sign up, sign up. Devotees should be so enthusiastic, so inspired, like this Tambuli. He said, I was inspired to give. They should be so inspired to give that even without the need for being asked, the devotees should come and give. That is the power of inspiration. And then Maharaj said, there is no power greater in this world than the power of inspiration. When a devotee is inspired to do something, even without being asked, miracles can happen. Miracles can happen. And Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj gave the example of the Western disciples of Srila Prabhupada in the early years. Without being asked, slowly, when they were fed by the diet of Krishna Katha, Krishna Nam, they became so inspired that they wanted to do so many stuff. Initially, nothing happened. Prabhupada would cook. Prabhupada would do the Katha. Prabhupada would serve. Prabhupada would pick up their plates. Prabhupada would wash their plates. Prabhupada would write the schedule, the invitation, everything. He would invite, please come Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Bhagavad Gita classes. This is the address. Initial. But when they were fed the diet of Krishna Nam and Krishna Katha, then one by one they started coming and asking Srila Prabhupada, Swamiji, can we wash the vessels for you? Can we assist you in cooking? Can we buy some grocery? Can we pay the rent? Can we do this? Can we move into a bigger place? Boom! Hare Krishna explosion happened. That is the power of inspiration. So Tambuli is saying, I was inspired to give you. Amarendra Prabhu is giving example of Shri Ananta Shakti Prabhu, Ananta Shanti Prabhu. He was the spark in the dry forest of life behind the Iron Curtain, in the communist USSR. And he was the spark that Srila Prabhupada released. There was such underground preaching, and Krishna consciousness spread to thousands upon thousands of devotees in a very short time. So yes, that's another very great example of inspiration. Devotees were so inspired They did not care whether they lived or died, whether they were free or imprisoned. They just did not care. All they wanted was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission must spread. Because they had such faith in Srila Prabhupada. They were so inspired by Srila Prabhupada's sacrifice. Srila Prabhupada didn't sacrifice less. Srila Prabhupada also did not care whether he lived or died. He just wanted to dance the way Krishna wanted him to dance. Nachao, nachao, Prabhu, nachao, Semade. Whether there are heart attack, whether there is a stroke, whether there is some hippie threatening me with a knife in the middle of the cold night. Prabhupada did not care. Whether it was Mr. Price ready to usurp Srila Prabhupada's money, Prabhupada just did not care. Whether it was the deprogrammers attacking, whether it was the brainwashing lawsuit against ISKCON, whether it was the Maoists, communists attacking in Calcutta, whether it was the Muslim dacoits attacking our land, looking for where is the old man, where is the old man, where is the old man. Yes, they came to kill Prabhupada. They were looking for Prabhupada, they could not find Prabhupada. Prabhupada was in Vrindavan. Prabhupada did not care. Whether it was the governor's wife who asked Prabhupada to leave the building where League of Devotees was there in Jhansi because she wanted to have kitty party in that building. A group of ladies wanted to have kitty party there. So they said, you go. Swamiji, you go. You leave. Whatever reversals came in Srila Prabhupada's life, Prabhupada was undeterred. Whether Prabhupada had to miss the religious conference in Japan because he could not afford the $300 ticket. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada could not afford it. He tried so hard to raise the funds, wrote so many letters, made so many phone calls, could not get the money to travel to Japan. $300. Srila Prabhupada was supposed to give a seminar there on Vrindavan. And for that seminar, Prabhupada wrote notes, prepared to give lectures there. And Prabhupada could never make it. And those notes remained in his trunk. Prabhupada drew paintings, notes for that series of lectures that he was supposed to deliver in Japan. Could never make it. Couldn't afford the air ticket. They were inviting. They said, we inviting you, Swamiji. All you have to do is pay for your own ticket. We cannot sponsor your tickets because we are not sponsoring for anybody. It was a world religion conference. And Prabhupada being a Vrajvasi at that time, this was before Prabhupada came to West, 1963. Sannyasi living in Vrindavan. They wanted to hear about Vrindavan. And Prabhupada said, there is a chapter in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhāgavatam. On the basis of that, I will deliver series of lectures. I have my notes. I have everything. I have got drawn paintings also. I want to come and present it. But Prabhupada could not go. What happened to those notes? Those notes were later on found by Prabhupada disciples in the trunk. Prabhupada never showed them. They were found. And that became the book, The Light of Bhagavad. Hare Krishna. That became the book, The Light of Bhagavad. Very nice book. The autumn season in Vrindavan. Hase Prabhu Tambulira Shuniya Vachan Parama Santoshe Kare Tambula Charvan. Nimai Vishwambhar smiled upon hearing the merchant's reply that I was simply inspired to give you. I know you didn't ask. I love you. I just felt inspired to give you. Hase Prabhu Tambulira Shuniya Vachan. Hearing this reply, Nimai Vishwambhar smiled with great satisfaction. And Parama Santoshe Kare Tambula Charvan. Immediately he accepted. Ashnami Prayatatmana. Immediately he started eating that leaf. He chewed the beetle leaf with great satisfaction. Parama Santoshe Kare Tambula Charvan. Divya Parana Karpuradi Jata Anukul. Shraddha Kari Dilatara Nahi Nilamul. The Tambuli, the merchant, then very devotedly, Shraddha Kari, devotedly offered Nimai some more pan, camphor, and other spices like gulkan, rose petals with sugar, sauf, all these ilaichi, little bit, all these spices. Divya Parana Karpur Adi. Adi means all other things, the tambula masala that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur describes in the Bhaja Bhakata Vatsal Shri Gaura Hari Bhajan. Tambula masala. Divya Parana Karpuradi Jata Anukul Shraddha Kari Dila Tara Nahi Nilamul. Did not take any money in return. Just give it free. Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur writes, in common language, the word parna means pan or the leaves of the tambul creeper. The word anukul refers to various ingredients or spices used to enhance the taste of pan, to make it sweet and fragrant. Sweet and fragrant, two qualities. Sweet, tasty, fragrant. The word mula means prize. Nainila mul did not take any prize, just gave it for free. This is love. Tambulire anugraha kari gaurarai, hasiya hasiya sarva nagare vedai. After blessing the merchant, Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu smiled as he continued wandering the streets of Navadvip. Navadvip Bihari Mahaprabhu. Madhupur, now listen. Madhupuri prayajena Navadvipapuri eko jati laksha laksha kahite na pari. The city of Navadvip was just like Mathura. Millions of people belonging to different castes lived there. So Navadvip is compared to Mathura Puri. Madhupuri praya yena Navadvipapuri. Eko jati laksha laksha kahite na pari. There are millions and millions of different types of devotees who live there. Prabhura vihara lagi purvei vidhata sakala sampurna kari thuile na tatha. For the pleasure of Nimai, the creator, Brahmaji, had previously supplied Navadvip with all opulences. So there were abundant fruits, flowers, trees, Gangaji was flowing very nicely. Everything was perfect. The climate, the natural resources, everything was weather, everything was just perfect in Navadvip by the arrangement of the creator, Vidhata, Brahmaji. Purve jana madhupuri karila brahman, seili la kare ebe shachira nandan. How beautiful. Purve jana madhupuri karila brahman, seili la kare ebe shachira nandan. Previously, when Krishna, he performed pastimes when he entered the city of Mathura. 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam. Similarly, our Shachinandan Gaurahari is that same Hari. He is enjoying pastimes in Nadia. Remember how Krishna, when he entered Mathura, he met Kubja, who is an incarnation of Shurpanakha, according to Garga Samhita. And according to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in his Sarartha Darshani Tika on the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, he writes that Kubja is an incarnation of Bhudevi. And because Bhudevi, earth, was overburdened with the Kshatriyas, Kubja also had a hunchback. And by treating her hunchback and making her straight, Krishna is indicating that in the future I am going to relieve the earth of all her burden. Don't worry. Like Shri Ram, he made Vibhishan Lankeshwar. Tomorrow Vachana Vibhishana Mana Lankeshwar Bhai Sabajaga Jana. As soon as he made friendship, Vibhishan Sharanagati, at that time only Krishna said, you are Lankeshwar. Raj Tilak kar diya Vibhishan ka. Abhi tak Ravan hai wahan par. Virajman, Lanka mein. Lekin aisa. So similarly, he made Kubja straight, indicating that Bhudevi, don't worry. I will soon relieve you of the excess burden that you have. Abhi the Kurukshetra war has not happened. Kansa is still there. Jarasandh is still there, but still. Advance notice. So like that. And also, because Satyabhama Devi is the Bhushakti of Krishna. So Kubja is also an expansion of Satyabhama Devi. So there are different angles of vision. It is said that when Shurpanakha, she wanted to enjoy with Shri Ram because she was genuinely attracted by Ram's beauty. But what was her offense? She was envious of Sita Devi. Because when she said, Ram, let's enjoy, Ram said, I am Ek Patni Vrata. Ek Patni Vrata? Okay, then let me be that Patni. Shri Ram said, no. I already have my Patni, Shri Sita Devi. So I cannot accept you. So now Sita was coming between Shurpanakha and Shri Ram. So she said, okay, I will solve the problem. I will kill Sita. No more Sita. And she took her ghastly form and she attacked Sita Devi. And Lakshman immediately always tatpar, always alert and eager to serve Sri Ram and Sita Devi. He did the needful. He did the needful and gave his mercy to Shurpanakha. So Shurpanakha, so everything is explained in Ramayana. What happened to Ravan, what happened to Kumbhakarna, what happened to Vibhishan. Vibhishan became a great devotee. Ravan and Kumbhakarna, they had to come again as Shishupal and Dantavakra. So everything is explained, but no one knows what happened to that Shurpanakha who went and incited lust in the heart of Ravan, her brother. What happened to her? Our acharyas explain, and Garga Samhita also explains, that she did tapasya after being purified by the touch of Ādi Guru. Anyone who comes in touch with Ādi Guru, with Guru Tattva, and gets the mercy of Guru Tattva, gets intervention by Guru Tattva, is purified. She immediately understood her mistake, that I cannot hope to get Ram without Sita. That is an offense. Any service to Sri Ram has to be done under the guidance of Sita Devi. She realized that her mistake was that she wanted Ram without Sita, and her elder brother Ravan's mistake was he wanted Sita without Ram. But their younger brother was the perfect Vibhishan, because he wanted to bring Sita and Ram together. And that is a bhakta, that is a devotee. So Shurpanakha understood this lesson, and she prayed to Sri Ram to forgive her offenses and to give her another chance. And in her heart, Sri Ram said, you continue performing tapasya. I am Ek Patni Vrata in this avatar, and I have to follow the Maryada in this avatar. But in the next avatar, I will not be Maryada Purushottam. I will be Leela Purushottam. So then I will have consorts in Vrindavan, in Mathura, and in Dwarka. No problem. I will be Leela Bihari. I will enjoy all my wonderful Leelas, different rasas. So that Shurpanakha was born in Madhupuri as Kubja. And because she is an incarnation of Bhudevi, what is the quality of earth according to Bhagavad Gita? Gandha. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. These are the 5 qualities of ether, air, water, fire, and earth. So the quality of ether is sound, the quality of air is touch, the quality of fire is form, the quality of water is taste, and the quality of earth is smell, fragrance, gandha. So because Kubja is an incarnation of earth, what was her occupation? Fragrances. All fragrance comes from earth. Because ultimately, earth is the expansion of Srimati Radharani, who is Gandharvika, who is the original source, the fountainhead of all wonderful fragrances. So when Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Gandhoham Prithivyamcha, Krishna is actually remembering Srimati Radharani, because all fragrances come from Gandharvika. Our Giridhari is he's remembering Srimati Radharani. So her occupation was to offer fragrances, and Krishna accepted just that. Whatever is our core competence, Krishna will accept. From Kubja, he accepted the fragrant perfumes. From the Tambuli, accepting Tambul. From the garland maker, garland. From the weaver, clothes. The Dhobi remained Vishnu Dveshi. Previously, he had created separation between Sita and Ram as the Dhobi of Ayodhya, and because of his offenses, he took employment with Kamsa. He was washing Kamsa's clothes, and he maintained that inimical attitude towards Sita and Ram, who had now appeared as Krishna and Sri Radha. And when Krishna requested him for something that he had in abundance, so many clothes were there, Krishna said, just give me a cloth. Very easy for him. But even though it is very, very easy, it is not very, although it is very simple, it is not very easy. Srila Prabhupada said. It is simple for the simple. It's so simple for him to give a cloth, but it was not easy because he had no devotion. Without devotion, we cannot perform any seva. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada says we have to pray for bhakti. Mama janmani janmanishware bhavatad bhakti ahetuki. I want bhakti. So, in this way, Nimai was very, very pleased. And verse 145. Purve jena madhupuri karila brahman sei lila kare eve shachira nandan. So there is a parallel between Navadvip Lila and Mathura Lila. In Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Lila, in Gaura Lila, Navadvip Lila, if it is compared to the Mathura Lila, where there is some awe and reverence, then when Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Vrindavan, he was in the mood of Rajendra Nandan, Krishna, who had returned to Vrindavan. And so were the birds and the cows of Vrindavan, the deers of Vrindavan. When they saw Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, they felt like they're in Shashinandan, they found their Rajendra Nandan. So Vrindavan is Vrindavan. Navadvip has been compared here to Madhupuri, to Mathura. And then what is Jagannath Puri? That is the question. What is Jagannath Puri? In Jagannath Puri, the temple of Jagannath is Dwarka, where Jagannath is there with Baladev and Subhadra. It's Dwarka Mood. And Lakshmi ji is there with Jagannath in Jagannath Puri temple. It's Dwarka. Aishwarya, Bhakti. And Gundicha Mandir in Jagannath Puri is Sri Vrindavan Dham, which is where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Radha Bhav wants to take. And then what is South India? Mahaprabhu spent 2 years doing Brahman, Paryatan. South India, our acharyas explain, represents Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra, where there is meeting between Radha and Krishna. Radharani is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Krishna is in various forms. Ranganath, Pandharinath. All these different places Mahaprabhu visited, and he had darshan of Krishna. But is it the same Krishna of Vrindavan who holds the flute, who stands in the threefold bending palm? No. So that separation was there. And Mahaprabhu needs, Radharani needs most help in Kurukshetra. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, where there is greatest need for seva, there the greatest service is done. There should be need. And the greatest need is in Kurukshetra, where Radharani is alone. In the South India Yatra also Mahaprabhu was alone. You agree? Mahaprabhu was alone. And therefore, Mahaprabhu was recruiting help. Wherever he was going in South India, he was recruiting. Ramananda Rai, give up your service. Come with me. Join me in Jagannath Puri. Paramananda Puri, what are you doing on the Rishabh mountain? Come with me. Join me in Jagannath Puri. Gopal Bhatta Goswami, come on. Come to Vraj. Join my mission. So Mahaprabhu, he is recruiting because he needs help. Kurukshetra, there is the greatest need for help because Srimati Radharani is alone there. So like that, there are many beautiful parallels between Gaura Lila and Krishna Lila. Therefore, Gaura Lila is called Parishishta Lila of Srimad Bhagavatam. It is the continuation of Srimad Bhagavatam. It is non-different.
Bhagavata said that it's always nice to give water to a soldier. But especially when he's bleeding in the battlefield,
Hare Krishna.
he needs it the most. It's always nice to serve Radharani in Vrindavan, but she needs most help at Kurukshetra. And
Hare.
therefore, all the Gaur Parshads are there in Jagannath Rath Yatra helping Mahaprabhu.
Wow.
more than Mahaprabhu's Gambhira Nadi celebration.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada Maharaj.
So beautiful. Did you all hear this? Hope you could not hear. Zorat bolta hai sir? Please. I want to pull up something. You say it loudly, please. Bola, please. Zorat bol.
So Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj very beautifully explains that it's always nice to give water to a soldier. When he's relaxing at home, it's always nice to give him water. But especially when he's bleeding with his hands and legs, wounded in a battlefield, going and giving him water at that time is more valuable. So serving Radharani in Vrindavan is like giving water to a soldier at home. And serving Radharani at Kurukshetra to get Krishna back is like giving water to a soldier who's bleeding. And this is why more of Mahaprabhu's associates are at Kurukshetra in Jagannath Puri pulling Krishna back to Vrindavan. Then number of soldiers who are there with Mahaprabhu, in seclusion.
You all understood? Hare Krishna. This is so wonderful. I'm trying to pull up something, but I'm not able to find it. But Amarendra said something so beautiful that always it's a very good thing pious thing to give water to a soldier, but most glorious to give water to the soldier when he's bleeding on the battlefield. That is Srimati Radharani needs maximum seva, maximum service opportunities there in Kurukshetra. Prabhu is saying, therefore, Dharma Kshetra Kurukshetra. So sweet. Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj is simply amazing. There is one Gaudiya Acharya. I was trying to pull it up, but I could not. He had a vrat from his childhood that every year, no matter what, come hell or high water, he would go to Sri Jagannath Puri Dham and attend the Rath Yatra festival. No matter what happened. Always he would go every year and attend Jagannath Rath Yatra festival. Now he is in his very ripe old age. He has got many health problems and he is about to leave his body. The doctors have said that take him to your mutt. Now he is going to leave his body. And it is the month of May. Rath Yatra is coming up. And this great Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharya, he tells his disciples that please make arrangements. We have to go to Jagannath Puri. And he would travel by train. Because the place where he lived, it was very far from Jagannath Puri. Very, very far from Jagannath Puri. He was in Chandigarh. And where is Jagannath Puri? Param Pujya Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Maharaj. He was in Chandigarh, Gaudiya Math, and he had to go all the way to Jagannath Puri for Rath Yatra. So disciples said no. Doctor said no, we will not listen. You are in no condition to travel by train from Chandigarh to Jagannath Puri. How far is that? From Chandigarh to Jagannath Puri? Very far, right? And this is around 5 years ago, 5-6 years ago. So they said, no, we are not taking you. And Maharaj insisted, no, I want to go. He was very physically frail condition. And he couldn't even fight his disciples because out of love, they were saying, no, we are not taking you. You are staying here. Finally, with tears in his eyes, he said,
2,000 kilometers.
Huh?
2,000 kilometers.
Amarendra was saying it is 2,000 kilometers. 2,000 kilometers, so far. Finally, Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Maharaj, he told his disciples that I will not ask you for anything else. This is my last request. Please take me to Jagannath Puri. The devotees could not understand this mood. Why? They said, why Guru Maharaj you want to go? It's not safe. We cannot see you such a long train journey. Maharaj said, I will not ask you for anything. This is the last request I'm making from all of you. You are my children. Please take me to Jagannath Puri. I want to attend the Rath Yatra. Rath Yatra is so crowded. They said, Maharaj, how it is impossible. Maharaj said, even if it is impossible, please take me. He said, why Maharaj? Why you are insisting so much? Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Maharaj said that in Sri Caitanya Charitamrita, our Caitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu had said, and he quoted that verse, the Bengali verse. I was trying to put it up, I could not find. Mahaprabhu quotes that. Mahaprabhu says to the Navadvipasis that it is my instruction to all my devotees, every year you come and attend Rath Yatra. That verse is there in Caitanya Charitamrita. Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu says, this is my instruction to all my devotees that every year you come and you attend the Rath Yatra and you see me here when you come for Rath Yatra. This will make me very happy. Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Maharaj said, when I read that verse as a child in Caitanya Charitamrita, I took it that Mahaprabhu is telling me, all of us, it's a personal instruction, that every year you come to Jagannath Puri, attend the Rath Yatra and see me there. So Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Maharaj said, last year when I went for the Rath Yatra, I did not know that my health was going to deteriorate so much. So I did not bid my farewell to Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu and to Sri Jagannath. So to do that, I want to go and tell them that this will be my last Rath Yatra. After this, please give me permission. I will not be able to come. So to fulfill this desire, please take me. And Maharaj went. He went and he took leave from Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu and from Jagannath. That I came all my life, I kept this vow, but now my body is not supporting me, so I will not be able to. Please forgive me. And then he came back to Chandigarh. This is the heart of a Vaishnava, my dear friends. Purabe saba Bhāgavata eka Vaishnava kriya mutra bhige na bhajai. Who can understand why someone would make such a demand? Take me to Jagannath Rath Yatra. Of all the festivals, the most crowded, busiest festival in the whole world. But who can understand the heart of a Vaishnava? Very deep. The heart of a Vaishnava is very deep. You remember I often tell that story? Ananya has shared the Vidaya Samaya Prabhu Kahila Sabare Pratyabda Asive Save Gundicha Dekhibare. Yes. Another verse is there about Rath Yatra also, that you come and witness the Rath Yatra, all of you. But this is the verse. When the devotees were leaving, Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu requested all the devotees, please come every year to see Rath Yatra festival of Lord Jagannath and Jagannath's journey to Gundicha. Yeah, Gundicha Dekhibare is Rath Yatra. Thank you, Ananya, for sharing this. Vidaya Samaya Prabhu Kahila Sabare Pratyabda Asibe Sabe Gundicha Dekhibare. And a Vaishnava takes this as a personal instruction. Mahaprabhu is waiting for me. Mahaprabhu has called me. This is the heart of a Vaishnava. So where were we? So then, these are the parallels. Then verse 146. Tabe Gaura Gela Shankha Vanikera Ghare Dekhi Shankha Vanik Sambhra Me Namaskare. Thereafter, Sri Gaura visited the house of a Shankha Vanik, a merchant who sold conch shells. Jagannath Puri, Navadvip, Vrindavan, all these places, we need Shankha to bathe the Lord. Mahaprabhu also used to do seva every day of Shaligram. So Shankha is required. He went to the house of a Shankha Vanik. Dekhi Shankha Vanik Sambhrame Namaskar. And when the Shankha Vanik, the conch merchant, saw Nimai, Vishwambhar, he Sambhrame Namaskar. With great respect, he offered his obeisances. He offered his obeisances. And Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada writes, word Shankhavanik is known in common language as Shankhari, or one who sells items made from conch shell. Text 147. Prabhu bole divya shankha ana dekhi bhai, kemane va laimu shankha kadi pati nai. Nimai Vishwambhar says, "Dear brother, let me see some beautiful conch shells. But alas, how will I buy any conch shells? Kadi pati nai. I don't have any money with me. I don't have money with me. I forgot my wallet." दिव्य शंख शंखारी आनिया से इक्षणे प्रभुर श्री हस्ते दिया करिला प्रणामे. Wow. As soon as Nimai said, "Let me see some shankha," oh, but what will I do? I don't have any money. The Shankhavanik immediately went inside and brought a most beautiful conch shell that he had, the most beautiful shankha that he had in his shop. He brought it and placed it in Shri Haste, in the beautiful hand of Nimai. And Karila Pranam, and he offered obeisances. Shankhalai dhare tumi chalaha gosai pache kadi diyo na dile o dayana. Oh Gosai, take this beautiful conch shell and go home with it. You can pay me or you cannot pay me. It does not matter. If you like, you pay. If you don't like, you don't pay. It doesn't matter. I'm not expecting anything. Just take this shankha home. Text 150. Tushta haya prabhu shankha vanike ravachane chalile nahasi shubha drishti karitane. Pleased by the words and the bhav of the Shankhavanik, the conch merchant, Shri Nimai Shubha Drishti Kari. He glanced mercifully upon him and departed. This is the greatest gift that Krishna can give us. His Kripa Drishti, being pleased with us. That's all. If Krishna is pleased, our life is successful. If Krishna is displeased, then our life is useless. As Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur writes, if the whole world spits on my face, but Krishna is pleased with me, then what is the loss? And if the whole world glorifies me and praises me, but Krishna is displeased with me, what is the gain? Hare Krishna. Text 150. Text 151. Ei mata navadvipe jata nagariya sabara mandire prabhu bule na brahmiya. In this way, Nimai Vishwambhar visited every house in Navadvip. No one was spared. Everyone got mercy of Nimai. Ei mata navadvipe jata nagariya sabara mandire prabhu bule na brahmiya. Mandir means their home. Nimai visited each and every home in Navadvip. Each and every house in Navadvip. Text 152 last verse. No, Sei bhagye adyapi nagarika gana paya Shri Caitanya nityanandera charana. Very beautiful verse. For this reason, because Nimai visited each and every house in Navadvip, for this reason, Sei bhagye, even today, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur is writing, for this reason, even today, the residents of Navadvip attain the lotus feet of Shri Caitanya Mahaprabhu and Shri Nityananda Prabhu. Paya Shri Caitanya Nityanandera Charane. All the Navadvip Vasis, they attain the lotus feet of Shri Caitanya, Shri Nityananda, even today. That is the power of the Dham. Gaura Amara Je Sabasthane Korilo Brahmana Range Se Sabasthane Heribo Ami Pranai Bhakata Sange. Our Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Mahashaya said, all the places where Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu has performed pastimes, I want to go and visit and see those places with my own eyes. Se Sabasthane Heribo Ami. And with whom will I go on Dham Yatra? Pranai Bhakati Sange. With the Gaur Priyajan, with the loving devotees of Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, I will go. So this is the mood of a Vaishnava, because these places are very special. There is no place like Navadvip Dham. There is no place like Shri Jagannath Puri Dham. And there is no place like Shri Dham Vrindavan. And all these scriptures are meant to increase our rati, our attachment, attraction to Krishna Nam, and to Krishna Dham. And that reminds me of a very beautiful verse, which I will try to quickly share with all of you. Let me see whether I have it or not. It must be somewhere here. One second. Huh? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's a verse worth waiting for. So please wait. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so here it is. I hope all of you can see. This verse is written by Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. It is the first verse of Mana Shiksha. Gurau Goshthe Goshtha Laishu Sujane Bhusuragane Swamantre Shri Namni Vrajana Vayuva Dvandva Sharane Sada Dambham Hitva Kururatim Apurvam Atitaram Aye Swantar Bhrata Chatubhirabhiyache Dritapada. So let's see the translation. Mana Shiksha. It is an instruction to the mind. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, our Prayojana Acharya, is teaching the mind. Oh, my dear brother, oh, foolish mind, taking hold of your feet. Aye swantar bhratas chatubhir abhiyache dhrita pada. I'm holding your feet. And I'm requesting you, foolish mind, please listen to my sweet words. Dambham hitva. Please give up your pride. And what you should do? You should kuru ratim. Apurvam. You should have apurva rati. You should have immense love, attachment to who? To the following. To Guru, to spiritual master, to Goshthe. This is what we are talking, Vrajdham, Krishna's abode. Remember, we are talking about Dham, Goshthe, Krishna's abode. Goshtha Laishu, specifically the Vrajvasis. Sujane, in all the Vaishnavas. Bhusuragane, in the Brahmanas. Swamantre, in our Diksha mantra. Shri Namni, in the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Vrajanavayuva. Radha Krishna, Pranamor, Yugala Kishore, Vrajanava Yuva, Dvandva, Sharane, and have Rati, attachment, love for the shelter of Radha Krishna. So Guru, the Brahmanas, the Vaishnavas, the Vrajvasis, our Diksha mantra, our Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Radha Krishna, and Goshthe, the Dham, Krishna's abode. We should have Rati, Apurva Rati, for these different objects. Gurau Goshthe Goshtha Laishu Sujane Bhusuragane Swamantre Shri Namni Vrajanavayuva Dvandva Sharane Sada Dambham Hitva Kururatim Apurvam Atitaram Aye Swantar Bhratas Chatubhirabhiya Chedrita Pada. So these scriptures are meant to increase our rati for the holy abode, for the holy name, for our mantras, Guru, Vaishnavas, Brajvasis, everyone. Hare Krishna. Shri Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thank you very much.
His Grace
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu ki Jai.
Amarendra Prabhu ki Jai.
Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki
His Grace Amarendra Prabhu ki Jai.
Ananta
His Grace Amarendra Prabhu ki Jai.
Amarendra Prabhu ki Jai. Both the Prabhu.
Ādi Gadādhara Dāsa ke Shiksha Guru Amarendra Prabhu ki Jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji ki jai. Kirtida Sundari Mataji ki jai.
Jai.
Geeta Gandharva
Bhakti Sanga Japa Group ki jai.
Mataji ki jai.
Thank you, Prabhujis, both Prabhujis. We are very, very grateful to you. Very beautiful class and nice exercise for that sloka. Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. Every devotee had very nice realization. So nice to hear from everyone. Hare Krishna. We open forum for question and answers. Please don't ask any personal questions. These classes are recorded. Please only ask the question related to the class. I request if there are any questions, realizations, please raise your hand.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Sorry, I didn't raise my hand. But thank you so much for this beautiful immersion. It was so nice to hear from both of you. Very, very nice verses, very nice meditation, and so nicely connected to different scriptures. So thank you for this beautiful morning. Hare Krishna. Very grateful to you, Prabhu, for always being there for all of us.
Thank you, Priti Vilasani Mataji. I am very grateful to you for always giving me a chance, even though I'm not qualified, to come and speak on your esteemed platform of Bhakti Sanga Japa Group. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Kirtida Mataji. Kirtida Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much. Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhujis, both the Prabhujis. Thank you so much for such a beautiful class. And yes, Ādi Gadādhara Prabhu, I really liked the last verse that you shared from Manha Shiksha, which is really, it's so absorbing, so absorbing. And as you mentioned, that ultimately to understand these scriptures, to read these scriptures, to have Rati for our Diksha mantras, for our Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, is actually the goal of our life. So thank you for bringing that verse. Thank you for explaining that verse so nicely and singing that verse so nicely. Thank you.
I learned it from Amarendra Prabhu.
I learned
Hare
it from
Krishna.
Ādi Gadādhara Prabhu.
No, I learned it from Amarendra Prabhu.
No, I learned it from
Both of you learn from each other. So we really respect both of you.
Hare
You
Krishna.
both of you learn from each other. You both
But
are
I must learn from him.
because Amarendra Prabhu says Ādi Gadādhara Prabhu is my Shiksha Guru. Ādi Gadādhara Prabhu will say Amarendra Prabhu is my Shiksha Guru. So we respect both of you.
He's my Diksha Guru.
Krishna. Now that is really going too much.
See, don't believe him.
Seriously, that's going too much, Amarendra Prabhu.
I am his rickshaw guru. I drive his rickshaw. I am his driver.
Yeah. That I agree, Prabhu. 100%.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I don't mind becoming his rickshaw guru also. The cow that pulls his rickshaw. Guru means cow. Hare Krishna.
Nice.
Hare
So,
Krishna.
Amarendra Prabhu, do you have anything to say? What do you want to become now?
I just want to die under the wheels of those rickshaw, like Sanatana Goswami wanted under the cart.
You will be on the rickshaw, right? Because he'll be driving you. So how will you jump and die?
So
I will put on his seatbelt so he cannot jump. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
ठीक है. Thank you, dear devotees.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I have one question. So, Prabhu, you are telling that we should be very enthusiastic to do before even asked to do something. So, sometimes regarding donations and everything, we love to do it, but then we are not, financially so much to give that much. But then we have so much of desire to do it, and we are doing how much ever we can do. But still there are so many places, so many devotees contact us, can you help, and we would love to help, then we cannot do. What do we be in that situation? How should we handle ourselves? Yes, we want to do it, but then whatever Krishna is giving, we can do, right? We can't do more than that much. So how would we handle that situations, Prabhuji? Sometimes I feel very, very bad that I'm not able to do it, but then I can't do that much. So what can I do, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna. Vinita Gandharika Mataji, as you know, everything belongs to Krishna. Bhoktaram Yagatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. Everything belongs to Krishna. And Manasa Deha Geha Jo Kichu Mor Aropilu Tuapade Shri Nanda Kishore. Everything belongs to Krishna. our body, our house, our family members, everything belongs to Krishna. However, because we are infinitesimal jivas, because we are limited jivas, our funds are limited, our resources are limited, our money is limited. So we should, under the guidance of our spiritual superiors, we should set a budget that 10% of my income, or whatever percentage we can afford, I will donate to ISKCON. And then there are different projects within ISKCON. So we should give to the local temple. We should give to certain projects that are dear to our heart, like TOVP or New Vrindavan. Whatever project is dear to our heart, we should donate. So we should create a budget for the whole year, because generally we know how much money we are going to make in the year based on our salary. We should prepare a budget, and then from that budget we should give throughout the year to different projects that are close to our heart. Happily we should give. And if something is beyond our budget, devotees approach us, then we should fold our hands and say, your project is very nice, and thank you for this wonderful service you are doing. I wish I could help, but right now it is beyond my budget, so please forgive me. So with very sweet words, with genuineness in our heart, it's okay to say no if it is beyond our budget, because our funds are limited. Even in Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a praman. When Shri Krishna Chandra appeared in this world, Janmashtami, Maharaj Vasudev, he had a desire to give millions and millions of cows in charity. He had a desire to feed millions and millions of brahmanas, but he was simply in the Karagriha, in the jail of Kansa Maharaj. So what did Maharaj Vasudev do? He donated cows and he fed the brahmanas in his mind. Manasi Seva. And that is perfect. But he didn't stop there. When Krishna, 11 years later, when Krishna came and he killed Kansa, and Ugrasen Maharaj was reinstated on the throne, and Vasudeva Maharaj and Devaki Rani were released from the jail, and he had the resources, immediately he did what he had done Sankalpa, what he had thought. He immediately did that. So when we have the resources, we should do it. When we don't have the resources, we can offer our prayers and do it in our mind, and Krishna will accept. Okay?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Amarada, would you have to any corrections or?
No, I totally agree to that. There are so many people asking so much. So we have to somewhere put our foot down and be polite.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, thank you.
Amarendra Prabhu, he approved my faltering.
No, I didn't
answer.
approve. I just, as always, I followed in the footsteps of his answer.
My answer is lame. It has no feet. Hare Krishna. Harita Mataji, last question.
Go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam to all the devotees on the call. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhu, I like you told about Kubja as an incarnation of Bhudevi. How it's little bit confusing, Prabhu, like how we can consider Shurpanaka as an incarnation of Bhudevi or Kubja. It's a little bit confusing. Is it like a part of God's will that they are playing a role?
Yes, Mataji. Krishna's Leela is Achintya, because Krishna is Achintya. So Krishna's Leela is inconceivable for us. Just consider this. It is mentioned in Sri Gaura Ganadesh Dipika of Srila Kavi Karnapur that Ramachandra Puri, the disciple of Sripad Madhavendra Puri and the godbrother of Sripad Ishwar Puri, Sri Ramchandra Puri was an incarnation of Vibhishan and Jatila, the mother-in-law of Srimati Radharani. Jatila and Vibhishan, they together incarnated.
Okay.
Ramananda Rai, Sri Ramananda Rai is a combined incarnation of the Pandav Arjun, because he was son of Bhavananda Rai, who is Pandu Maharaj. And he's also incarnation of Vishakha Sakhi. Sri Sarup Damodar Goswami is a combined incarnation of Srimati Radharani and Lalita Sakhi. You see? So Srila Haridas Thakur is a combined incarnation of Prahlad Maharaj and Lord Brahma. So all this is possible by the Leela Shakti potency of Krishna. Anything is possible, nothing is impossible for Krishna. So yes, this is the Leela Shakti. the Ichha Shakti of Krishna that manifests all these wonderful pastimes. So all we can say is Adbhut, Adbhut. Madhuram, Madhuram. Krishna's Leela is very sweet, very Madhur. And it is Adbhut. It's because beyond our intellect, beyond our comprehension, beyond our understanding. Because if everything Krishna does is understandable by our little brains, 1000cc brain, then what is so great about Krishna?
Yeah, yes, Prabhu. Even like it's because of Kali Yuga also, whatever we listen, we need to listen every time so that we can remember and we can memorize it and we can again recollect it. Otherwise, also we are not able to, even though we listen to those past times and all those, sometimes things go away. So our brain is nothing compared to what is the Leela of God. Yeah.
My Guru Maharaj, Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj, was once asked a question that Shukadeva Goswami heard Srimad Bhagavatam from his father Srila Vyasadeva once, and he remembered. And when the opportunity came, he was able to recite it flawlessly. Srila Suta Goswami heard Srimad Bhagavatam once from Sri Shukadeva Goswami, and when the opportunity came, he was able to repeat it. Prahlad Maharaj, Sri Prahlad Maharaj heard the instructions of Sripad Narad Muni in the womb of his mother just once. And when he was preaching to his classmates, when he was preaching to his father, perfect philosophy, perfect words came out as it is. So this devotee said, Maharaj, these people had such great memory. These Satyuga people have such fine memory. They are Shrutidhar. Once they hear something, they remember. But we are Kali Yuga people. We have very bad memory. So what is the hope for us? Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj, the hope for you is the technology. This technology that cheats us, distracts us, can be used. Use a thorn to remove a thorn. Can be used to help us in Kali Yuga. That's why we have ISKCON Desire Tree. That's why we have YouTube. That's why we have computers and phones to hear Hari Katha. Keep hearing it again and again. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Every day we have to hear. Keep hearing Hari Katha again and again. We can rewind. Parikshit Maharaj could not rewind what Sridhar Goswami was speaking. Ganesh could not rewind what Srila Vyasadeva, Bhagavan Vyasadeva was saying. But we are foolish Kaliyug people. Prayana alpa sabya kala asmin yuge jana manda matayo manda bhagya upada. So we have got this special concession from Krishna, facility from Krishna. Okay, you can hear on repeat mode. You can have the box. You can go everywhere. Keep hearing.
Yes.
You can download. You can save. You have flash drives. So we have all these facilities and we should use them. The point is, we should be absorbed 24/7. When His Holiness Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj came to our ashram to bless us, after Prasad, he was taking rest for 30 minutes before the class in the evening. And when I went in his room to keep water next to him, I saw that he was listening to Srila Prabhupada's lecture. The lecture was on. And when I asked him later on, he said, I like to surround myself 24 hours with Shabda Brahma. Either Prabhupada Japa, Prabhupada Kirtan, Prabhupada lectures, even when I'm sleeping. What if I leave my body in the sleep? I personally...
Yeah, that's true, Prabhu. That's why I also always keep my chanting machine on throughout the day in my hall and in my bedroom also. I don't know when we will leave.
That's what we should do.
Yeah.
Kirtaniya Sada.
Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, can you please tell me that book name where we have all those avatars? Last time you told what are the all avatars that have taken again reincarnation in this Kali Yuga with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu?
You just go to see Bhakti Sanga Japa group has started. Gaur Ganadesh Deepika, and it's on ISKCON Desire Tree ebooks. So you can download it.
Sure, Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Is there any more questions? Last minute questions?
Prabhuji, there is no question, but please sing Krishna Mai Radha, Radha Mai Krishna. You sing in the morning, 6 o'clock prayers. Any prayers you want to
sing? Srila Jiva Goswami Prabhupada has written this Yugal Ashtakam. Krishna Prema Mai Radha, Radha Prema Mayo Hari. Jivane nidhane nityam Radha Krishna gatir mama, Radha Krishna gatir mama. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Prabhuji, again, one more raise hand is there.
Okay.
Please go ahead with your question.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, please go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Since I heard you mentioned about His Holiness Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj listening to Prabhupada lecture and surrounding himself with Shabd Praman, Prabhu, I had asked you this question several months ago, but I think we ended up now meeting again. So I'm following up on that specific question. I was curious to learn if you could share with us, everybody, whom to listen when we are by ourselves. I think you gave the answer, but if you would like to elaborate and give some more insights, please share.
One should listen to Srila Prabhupada, and one should listen to one's Guru Varga.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. We can listen to the sincere devotees. We can listen to devotees who are Guru Sevaks. We have to look for all these criteria. We should not look for entertaining Harikatha, mirch masala, jokes. No. We should look for Harikatha that is pure, that is spoken without any ulterior motive. The speaker is pure. That is important. Avaishnava mukadgiranam putam harikathamritam shravanam naiva kartavyam sarpochishta yathapaya. Just like when you eat food cooked by somebody that consciousness affects, similarly when you hear the Harikatha of someone, that devotee's consciousness will rub onto us. So therefore, we should choose our Shravan Gurus in a way where we want to go. If we want to go to Ayodhya, then we should hear from Ram Bhaktas. If we want to go to the abode of Sri Narsimhadev, we should hear from Narsimha Bhaktas. If we want to go to Ayodhya, we should hear from Bhaktas who are in the Dwarka Upasana. But if we want to go to Vrindavan, then we should hear from Raj Rasik Vaishnavas. So like that. So we should hear from Srila Prabhupada, and we should hear from our Guru Varga. And when we are in the temple, then whoever is arranged to speak, we should take it that Srila Prabhupada has made this arrangement for me. Today, Srila Prabhupada wants me to hear from this speaker, and we should respectfully sit and hear the Sunday feast lecture, the Bhagavatam lectures in our temples, because Srila Prabhupada's representatives are organizing that. At home, we have a choice, and we should hear from Srila Prabhupada, and we should hear from our Guru Varga, the pure devotees. That is my opinion. Is that okay?
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna.